The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Satter wants the ball. He's going to maybe tee it up for 11th three. He got it! 11 three-pointers for Ty Satter. It's unbelievable.
Here comes the Fusion the other way. Nice ball in towards Kamai. Kamai able to set it down. Kamai beating the keeper. Shot on the way, and Kamai scores. 1-0 for the Fusion. And it's
1-2 pitch. Line shot up the middle. One run will score. Deer rounding third. He's coming to the plate.
Burwest, they center in front. Scarborough down low, loose in front, in for a goal. South Shaley gets the first goal of this East Region title.
Let's turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
All right. Well, hey, welcome back. Game 3 of the day. And we're getting closer and closer to being on time here. As this game here was supposed to start at 4 p.m. So we're only an hour and 11 minutes behind schedule, maybe a little bit more than that as the coaches are meeting, exchanging umpires. Let's get right into our pregame show. We'll start with the tourney stats. Through 2 games now, the numbers have almost taken out the day 1 numbers. 22 runs scored for a total of 35. 33 strikeouts for a total of 67 through 2 games played, or through 5 games played, I should say. Walks, 22. We've seen 32 hits, 6 errors here in day 2. And 37 men have been left on base in 2 games here in day 2, which is 2 more than in 3 games yesterday. So you see the totals on your far right through 5 games of play. 35 runs scored, 67 batters have struck out, 37 batters have walked, 61 batters have tallied some hits. 13 errors were committed and 72 runners were left on base through 5 games of this 2023 East Region Tournament. As we take a look at the upcoming schedule here, you can kind of see that some of the matchups are starting to come to shape for tomorrow. 11 a.m. will be the Fargo Post 2 Bombers taking on the Fargo Post 400 Astros. At 1:30 p.m., it will be either Castleton or Kindred taking on either West Fargo Aces or Castleton. And then at 4 p.m., it'll be Wapton Post 20 taking on the West Fargo Vets. And then at 6:30, it'll be West Fargo Castleton versus Kindred Devil's Lake. If I got that all straight, I think I did. So let's go through your keys of the game here.
Here's a look at what needs to be done to win this game. These are your keys to the game.
All right, we'll start with the Devil's Lake Storm. You want to make sure you do some smart, intelligent base running here because that could get you an advantage here against the Kindred Vikings. Avoid swinging at bad pitches and apologize for the misspelling there on swinging, and then get some momentum and do not start. You don't want to start playing catch up against Kindred because if you do, you're in trouble. For the Kindred Vikings, establish that lead early. Use their base running speed to their advantage and pitch with confidence. And those are your keys to the game for these 2 teams to possibly pick up a win here in the. Sorry, I just got distracted by an oddball text message. Anyways, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with your starting lineups in a moment.
Bar 9 in West Fargo is your stop for that pregame lunch and for the postgame celebration. With over 30 TVs, you can catch your team anytime. We have a delicious food menu including wings, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Enjoy it inside or head on outside, day or night, to relax in the comfort of our updated outdoor patio. We also have slots, blackjack, pull tabs, and all gaming proceeds earned go to support West Fargo baseball. So catch your team's game tonight at Bar 9, 1405 Prairie Parkway in West Fargo.
You have options when it comes to purchasing your crop inputs. At Maple River Grain and Agronomy, it's our goal to provide our member owners with the best possible customer service from people that you know and trust who grew up around here and know what it takes to run a successful farming business year-round. The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy can anticipate our customers' needs. They now serve the DGF and Barnesville communities, as well as Rothsay and Sabin, plus many other locations across North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit mrga.com today to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy.
West Fargo Baseball wishes the Patriots, Aces, and Vets the best of luck in this year's tournaments.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
I think what makes Proceed win is we're different than the other companies in many ways with our programming, our simplicity, our non-corporate attitudes, and our personal relationship building.
What Proceed is, we bring back the old-fashioned seed buying experience. We're true seedsmen. We care about everything from the sale to the planting to following up afterwards. That's what we're all about, is just trying to bring that experience back to a personal level.
Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net, great seed at a reasonable price.
Hey, it's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men, and during their high school careers, some of them even played games that were broadcast on Magnitude Sports. If you like hunting, fishing, general outdoor life, sunrise, sunset, everything hunting and fishing related, dogs, hunting dogs, they're the best. Then check out the channel and show them some love. Go to Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe to them today. Fargo Post 400 Baseball wishes the Stars, Astros, and Comets the best of luck in this year's tournaments. All right, welcome back as we get ready to go into the top of the first of Game 3 of 4 of the day. And that's a look at Nick Thompson starting on the mound for Kindred Post 117. As I mentioned in the last game, if you haven't seen their American flag jerseys, whoops, looks like we forgot to make sure that everything was good here on our scoreboard here. Well, if you didn't know the Kindred Vikings are playing, they are now, or you do now. So so we'll have them as blue on the scoreboard, but they'll be in the red, white, and blue American flag jerseys here. And once again, Nick Thompson will be tossing them into the glove of Jeremiah Doctor behind the plate catching here for Kindred Post 117. And it will be Jack Packer at first, Graham Glosso at second, Jorgen Swenson, the shortstop, and Jack Wold at third. We'll go through the outfield here after the first pitch, and that first pitch is fouled away for strike one at 5:19 p.m. So 49 minutes behind schedule due to that 10-inning game that we led off the day with. And this one will bounce in for a ball. It's 1-1. Outfield for the Kindred Vikings is Stanley Belaski in left, Mason Almaris in center, and Xander Rath in right field. And the 1-2 will miss for ball 2, and we're at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one's popped up right field. And making the catch there is Graham Glosso. So that's out number 1. So it's Caleb Schneider who will pop out. So 1 out, 1 ball, no strike to Parker Swanson. And that's a little chopper to second. Tags, throws the second, got him out at second. They got the lead runner, and Swanson will reach on a fielder's choice.
Third baseman, number 12, Jackson Baith.
So that's out number 2, and Jackson Baith is the batter now. That one's fouled away for a strike. And strikeout won the inning. It's the first strikeout
After a half inning of play, the Devils Lake Storm
on the Gordy's Travel
Kindred
Plaza
on the bat.
strikeout counter. We go to the middle of the first here. Once again, I'm getting a whole bunch of texts, and I'm trying to figure out why I'm getting those texts. So sorry for the distracted top of the first. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Gordy's Travel Plaza continues to improve products and services. Now open is the Beer Cave with wines and spirits. Pick up a fresh-made Sandy's donut along with a fresh bean-to-cup coffee or espresso. How about our tasty popcorn with warm butter on top, or cool down with the all-new Fresh Blend shakes, smoothies, frappes, frazzles, and more. Now open is Champ's Chicken, Hangar 54 Pizza, and Hot Mex Express. We are excited for you to try out the all-new items at Gordy's Travel Plaza in Castleton, serving Castleton and the surrounding communities for over 55 years.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first. So I'm getting some messages saying that they can't find the Kindred Devils late game. Well, I know it's on because we're on, and I know at least 70 people are watching right now. And I've sent the link out to via text message and sent out some other things. So if other people are having issues finding the game, please text, message, call, whatever you need to do to share the info that we are indeed on the air here. So I checked my phone. We're on the air, so I don't know what to say after that. 2 balls and no strikes. Mason Almaris, the leadoff batter here for Kindred. He's also the center fielder for the Vikings, and he'll take the strike there. It's 2-1. Sometimes I wish I could put my phone on silent and just mute. Well, I probably can. I just haven't done it in a while and don't know if I know how to do that. 2-2. That one's low. If I get 1 or 2 messages during the game, I can handle that. But when I start getting 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's when it gets distracting. Full count, 3-2. And that one's sent to right field. And the catch is made there by Parker Swanson.
Third baseman number 5, Jack Wold.
So Maris, the leadoff, will fly out to right field. Jack Wold will step up to the plate now here for the Vikings. And a strike is delivered, 0-1. So it's Ben Larson on the mound, as we haven't gone around the bases yet here for Devil's Lake. Ben Larson tracing back, catching. And he'll catch that one high for ball 1 to Jack Wold, so 1-1 the count. Parker Brodina at first, Max Palmer at second, Mason Palmer the shortstop, Jackson Baith at third. As that pitch comes in low, it's 2 balls and a strike now to Jack Wold. Bo Brodina in left field. Caleb Schneider in center and Parker Swanson in right. That's how Devils Lake sets up defensively here in this contest against Kindred Post 117. Pitch is now low for 3 balls and a strike. So the first pitch was a strike. The last 3 have been balls here from Ben Larson. Larson will set, wind, and deliver. And he walks him. Nick Thompson, the starting pitcher, will step up to the plate.
Pitcher number 24, Nick Thompson.
That one's popped up. A chance here for Mason Palmer as he steps back into shallow left center. Makes the catch. Out number 2.
First baseman number 32, Jack Hacker.
Larson will look over his shoulder at Wold on first. Wind deliver, and that one's sent out to right field. Looks like Swanson has the catch, and Packers retired, and so are the Vikings. They strand 1 on base as we go to the end of the first. No score. After 1 complete on the Red Baron line score, no runs, no hits, no errors for either team, just the 1 left on base. And Devils Lake also left 1 on base on the top half of the inning, so we'll add that one in there. And we'll come back and bring you more of this contest here in a moment on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Gordy's Travel Plaza continues to improve products and services. Now open is the Beer Cave with wines and spirits. Pick up a fresh-made Sandy's donut along with the fresh bean-to-cup coffee or espresso. How about our tasty popcorn with warm butter on top, or cool down with the all-new Fresh Blend shakes, smoothies, frappes, frazzles, and more. Now open is Champ's Chicken, Hangar 54 Pizza, and Hot Mex Express. We are excited for you to try out the all-new items at Gordy's Travel Plaza in Castleton, serving Castleton and the surrounding communities for over 55 years.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture, and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
You're
All right, and back with Bo Brodina. In the game yesterday against the Fargo Post 400 Comets, Brodina was 1 for 3. He had a bunt single, he flied out to center, and he flied out to right in that game against the Comets. And that was a good game yesterday, probably the best game of day 1, as the Devils Lake would get a go-ahead run in the bottom of the, or top of the 6, bottom of the 6. They got it in the bottom of the 6 because they were the home team in that game. And the Comets couldn't get that run back in the top of the 7th. And now that's a strikeout. Out number 1, and another strikeout on the Gordy's Travel Plaza strikeout counter. Here's the 0-0. Inside hit him, and he'll go on base via hit by a pitch. That was Parker Brodina who will make base there, and now it's the, I believe is the DH, Simon Beach. Number 14 on the lineup card, but he's obviously not number 14. So Parker Brodina 14 and Simon Beach 14 on the lineup card, but on my other roster, I know he's 44. And a strike is called there. Simon Beach had a double to left field, or not a double, it should have been a double, but he got tripped up as he went around first base. So he got a very deep left center gap shot for a single. It didn't really matter as they ended up winning the game anyway. And another strikeout here for Nick Thompson.
The catcher, number 15, Trayson Beck.
Trayson Beck now, the third strikeout for Thompson on the Gordy's Travel Plaza strikeout counter. Puts the second out on the board, and another strike is delivered. Trayson Beck yesterday reached on a fielder's choice and then also had a hit to center field in that game against the Comets. And this one is a two-hopper towards Swenson at short. He fires over for out number 3, and Devils Lake will strand one on base. Otherwise, nothing else. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we now move to the top of the, or bottom of the second. All right, after this, here on Magnitude Sports.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back. Graham Glosso will lead it off here. It's batter 5 in the lineup. And if you're looking for a DJ for your upcoming party, we got one up here in the press box who might be good.
Kindred at second baseman, number 7, Graham Glosso.
He only charges $25 per half hour. And a little dribbler down the first base line, and it stays fair. Wow. Yeah, it rolled right on the line, and I thought it was going to roll to the right, and then it rolled to the left and rolled to the right again, but never did go foul.
Number 21, Jeremiah Doctor.
So it goes into the books as a direct ground out for Glosso to first. And Jeremiah Doctor, the batter now here for the Kindred 117 Vikings. The pitch, strike one.
Goofy, that's what Dustin says, goofy.
And that is over the head of Mason Palmer into left field. That's good for a base hit and a single. That's the first hit of the game. It comes 16 minutes in off the bat of Jeremiah
The shortstop,
Doctor.
number 22, Jorgen Swenson.
And Jorgen Swenson will try and duplicate that performance here as he steps up to the batter's box now. Batter 7 in the lineup here with one away in the bottom of the second inning. That one's high and in for a ball. It's 1-1 now. Or it's 1-0, I should say. And that one's hit up high, left field, going deep, but not deep enough as Bo Brodina is there for the catch.
Left fielder number 1, Stanley Velasquez.
So Swenson with the fly out to left, and that brings up Stanley, I believe it's Belosky. Yes, it is Stanley Belosky. Had to do some number changes in my original roster for these American flag jerseys, and that one's going high and deep to left, but it's also drifting foul, and that'll be strike 1. Two away here in the bottom of the second. Doctor on first. Still no score. And the pitch. That one fouled straight back, and that screen protected your home television screen from getting cracked. And it's 0-2. One more game coming up after this one. And that'll be the West Fargo Aces taking on the Castleton Haymakers. Strike 3, he got him. They'll strand one on base, and that ends the second inning of play. So they'll bring up Ben Larson, Mason Palmer, and Caleb Schneider. Batters 9-1-2 for the Devils Lake Storm. When we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Buffalo Wild Wings isn't supposed to make a burger this good. Like, you might even forget we have wings good. So we threw in 6 boneless wings for $1 as a reminder. Buy any burger, get 6 boneless wings for $1. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Abby says she wants to marry a B-Dubs Honey Barbecue wing. We get the sweet, tangy allure of honey barbecue sauce, but you can't marry a chicken wing. What are you going to serve at the wedding? Their family? 26 sauces and seasonings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back. Ben Larson, your leadoff batter here for Devils Lake. That one's fouled away for the first strike. Your commercial break music is brought to you by the Robinson Experience with Mixmaster Robinson. Only $25 a minute is what I was told is his rate. And so if you're interested, you can email us at magnitudesn.com. We'll get you in connection with Mixmaster Robinson. 1-1. And right up the middle, and that's a diamond cutter. As much as he probably wishes I didn't use that term in the game against his own team, but I did use it. It's a base hit.
6, Mason Palmer.
Puts a runner on base here. Ben Larson with that base hit. Mason Palmer now the
Number 1,
batter.
Gage Dreisen, courtesy running for the pitcher Larson at first for the Storm.
Gage Dreisen will come in and take over the running responsibilities at first base for Devils Lake. Once again, top of the third. Each team has a hit. Each team has left 2 on base. Neither team has scored. Neither team has committed an error. Showing bunt, pulls the squared up back and takes strike 1, and that was the hardest thing I've had to say all weekend so far. And a pickoff attempt high, and Dreisen back safely at first.
I keep telling Lisa, like, we have to end up someplace for him because if we have grandkids, I'm going to scare them. Grandpa's going to be walking around in his undies. Grandma's going to be...
0-1. He'll square up again, and this time he'll bunt it right back towards Thompson. They'll fire it over to first, and he couldn't make the grab. And now rounding third is Gage Dreisen, and the throw will not be made, and Palmer makes it to third, and it's the Devils Lake Storm striking first, taking a 1-0 lead here on your Proceed scoreboard.
Center fielder number 3, Caleb Schneider.
So put an error on the board for Kindred, and now it's going to be, I think, a fouled away pitch. Either way, it's a strike. I was looking down, putting in that last play in my stat book, and I missed the pitch. Mason Palmer has to go back 89 feet and 7 inches all the way back to third. A 1, and a hard hit ball, high bouncer, and mishandled there by Jorgen Swenson. And now another run comes in to score and charge another arrow there to the shortstop.
Right fielder number 24, Parker Swanson.
So it's now 2-0 in favor of Devils Lake here on your Proceed scoreboard. 2 runs on 1 hit. Showing bunt, now the throw up to second, got him. That's out number 1, and that's an out that Kindred's needed desperately here after a couple of errors. Have allowed a couple of runs to come in and score. That takes everybody off base as he'll get caught stealing. And Parker Swanson, the batter. Oh for 1, reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate. I think that was ball 1. It's 2-0. And there's a strike. 2-1. And this is a chopper towards third. That'll drift foul. Now it's 2-2. And that one's low for a ball. Thompson winds up quickly for the payoff pitch, and that's a 2-bouncer, and it's handled perfectly by Swenson this time, and he got it over there, and it was not caught. That'll be another error. This one charged to the first baseman, Jack Packer.
Third baseman number 12, Jackson Bate.
3 errors all in the same inning here for Kindred post 117. Up to second, and I don't think they got him at second. And the bad throw over to first, and now Swanson goes to third. And here in the top of the third, things are falling apart for Kindred. Thompson went back to Glosso. No, he never put his foot on second base. He never tagged the runner. And then he throws over to first, and a bad throw over to first allows everything to go right for Devils Lake as everything goes wrong for Kindred. So let's see here. I think it's Swanson on third and Baith on first possibly, or no, second. I think it's runners on second and third. We'll see once they retake the bases here. So I believe that error will be charged to the second baseman. I believe he's the one who threw it over to first. And that is the fourth error. And all 4 errors coming here in the top of the third. And Coach Almer is trying to calm his group down here. So it was actually runners on the corners, first and third.
Now batting left fielder number 11, Bo Rodina.
All right. Bo Brodina struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. And now a nice bunt down the first base line. Everybody's going to be safe. And a run scores. And it's 3-0 on a bunt RBI single by Bo Brodina.
First baseman, number 14, Parker Brodina.
So Bo Brodina on first, Jackson Baith on second, Parker Brodina, the batter. He got hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. That pitch will miss for a ball, and we'll see if Kindred can settle things down here. As they trail 3-0, giving up 3 runs on 4 errors. Yep, I got 4 errors on 2 sources now. So we'll go with the 4 errors. And there's the base hit. They'll find the gap in right center. Charging up on it was Xander Rath. He'll fire it back in. Baith to third. Brodina up to second. And now Parker Brodina on first with the single. And the bases are loaded here with 1 out. And Simon Beach is the batter. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Devils Lake looking to cause some more damage here in the top of the third. There's a, well, it looked like a strike to me, and I guess not. Ball 1. Must have kept it a hair high. And the suicide squeeze, gross foul. That likely would have been an bunt RBI single if that would have stayed fair. We'll never know for sure, but it just kind of felt like that was going to go the right way for Devils Lake had that stayed fair. 1-1. And he's going to find another gap, and can he get there? No, he cannot. And 1 run will score. It's Jackson Baith. And now the throw to third goes into the Devils Lake dugout. And the runners will stay put. They do get 1 across. And the bases remain loaded on an RBI single by Simon Beach into left center field. And that scores Jackson Baith. Moves Bo Brodina to third. Parker Brodina to second. Simon Beach on first. And Trayson Beck steps into the batter's box now with his team leading 4-0. With only 1 out on the board, and the base is loaded here 30 minutes into the ball game. And that pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Trayson Beck. Ben Larson would be the batter on deck. Trayson Beck and Ben Larson represent batters 8 and 9 in the lineup here for Devils Lake. And that one's going to right. Can he get there? He did not. And 1 run's going to score. It's Bo Brodina. Here comes Parker Brodina. And they are going to hold the brakes on Simon Beach at third. 2 more runs score. And Trayson Beck has a 2-run double to right field. Both the Brodina brothers score. Simon Beach to third, Trayson Beck on second. It's now 6-0 in favor of the Devils Lake Storm here in the third.
Beck at second for the Storm. Now batting the pitcher, number 7, Ben Larson.
And here's Ben Larson. And a strike is called. It's 0-1. Larson 1 for 1 with a single. This is the 9th batter of the inning here for Devils Lake, and there's still only 1 out on the board. Mason Palmer's on deck. Mason Palmer started the top of the third, and now he's on deck, looking to come to the plate again here in the same half of the inning. And that one will miss, and it's ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Can Nick Thompson finally record that second out here? This would be pitch 50 according to my numbers. He will not. He'll send it outside for ball 3. Payoff pitch. Hopper towards short. Swenson mishandles it, and everybody's safe, and it's another error. So the error will score Simon Beach from third. Trayson Beck moves up to third, and Larson gets on first.
Dryston, number 1, courtesy running for the pitcher Larson at first for the Storm.
And now we switch it back to the top of the order.
Number 10, Mason Palmer.
Mason Palmer 0 for 1, walk. Earlier this inning, he reached on an error. It was the first of 5 errors, I think. Yeah, we're at 5 errors now here in this inning for Kindred post 117. And they get another run in, and it's 7-0 now. And after a 2-1 pitchers duel yesterday with the Fargo Post 400 Comets, the Devils Lake Storm haven't really, I mean, for lack of better wording, haven't really done much. I mean, they've gotten the bat on their pitches, and to be honest, 5 of these errors, 3 of them probably should have been ground outs that were just mishandled. And this one's going to right field. Will it stay fair? No, it will not. It'll be a long strike. Caleb Schneider is on deck. This is the 10th batter of the inning here for Mason Palmer. Mason Palmer is the 10th batter of the inning. And he hits a hard ball to third, up to second, safe at second, over to first. They cannot make the pick at first. And another error, this one charged on the first baseman because the throw was there. Packer just couldn't make the pick. I don't think I've ever seen this many errors in a single half inning. And another run scores, and it's 8-0 now.
Number 3, Caleb Schneider.
First and second. Now one's on to center right field, and can he make the catch? He does, and that's out number 2.
Right fielder number 24, Parker Swanson.
Parker Swanson now the batter. And the 7th-seeded Devils Lake Storm is putting a pounding to the number 2 seed Kindred Post 117, and it's mostly due to mental errors and physical play errors by the Kindred Post 117 team. 0-1. This one's to center field. That'll drop for a base hit. Rounding third is Gage Dryston. And everybody's safe, and it's 9-0 on an RBI single by Parker Swanson to center field. Mason Palmer to second, Parker Swanson on first, Jackson Baith the batter now. This is the 14th batter of the inning, 13th or 14th. I'll see if I can double check. Strike 1. And that one's going to right, and that's pushed foul. So strike 2 here to Jackson Baith. He's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging. Earlier this inning, he reached on an error. Yes, it's the 14th batter of the inning here for Devils Lake. And now a ball to second and over to first. And that time, they complete the ground out. And I'm sure if you're a Kindred fan, you're wondering, just like I was, if that would ever be completed. So what started out to be a good game, just totally fell apart in the top of the third as Devils Lake gets 9 runs. And they take a commanding 9-0 lead and put the Vikings at a big disadvantage going into the bottom of the third. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Boston Pizza harnessed Fanalytics to help optimize no-look dipping. Ooh, making adjustments so you can stay focused on the game. The playoffs at Boston Pizza, powered by Fanalytics.
At Boston's, we make crowd pleasers like this.
Yes.
Woo! And these.
So good.
And definitely this.
I love you. Woo!
Stop by or book your catering order online and we'll make you a fan.
All right, welcome back. That's not an error on our scoreboard there. That is 9 runs on 1 hit and 6 errors. I'm sorry, it should be 6 hits. 9 runs on 6 hits and 6 errors. We'll add some hits to Devils Lake's counter here. This is Xander Rath. Swings and misses on a 1-2 count and strikes him out.
Back from the top of the order for Kindred, center fielder number 8, Mason Almaris.
Well, the good news is if you're Kindred, well, even if you do lose this game, you're going to the state tournament. The only thing Kindred's playing for here is if they're going to be seeded 1 through 4, or if they're going to be seeded 4. If they happen to fall into the 5 through 8 spot here as they play through this tournament. That one's popped up, and that could be a catch for Mason Palmer, and he'll make it right behind the second base bag for out number 2.
Third baseman number 5, Jack Wold.
Jack Wold is the batter. I suppose another benefit to this is you don't have to worry about using up your pitching, but you also don't want to play terrible at this level too, because you don't want that stigma carrying over to the state tournament. Especially if Devils Lake makes it to the state tournament and somehow these two teams meet up, they'll be like, hey, remember what we did to them earlier? Let's do it again. Now pitch is inside for a ball. 2-1 the count now here to Jack Wold. I've seen Kindred play plenty of times, and this is absolutely their worst game of the season on the ones that I have watched and or called. We'll see if they can rebound, start to get themselves back into this one. Did he get hit? I think he did. Yep. So Jack Wold gets hit by a pitch, and he'll go to first, and I'll bring up the pitcher, Nick Thompson, now. Kindred defeated Castleton in that state championship game last year. Pickoff attempt at first. I believe it was a 1-run game, if I remember correctly. Region, or yeah, that's what I meant to say, region championship. One ball, no strike here to Nick Thompson. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to the shortstop last time he was at the plate. And this one, he'll foul it off first base side and out of play for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Want to say hi to Oakley. He says, go Kindred. And thanks for the compliments on the broadcast, Oakley. Appreciate that. Thanks for Jim for checking back in with us here on Game 3 of the day. We also have another game live on Magnitude Sports right now as we speak. Fargo Post 2 taking on Fargo Post 400. According to my reports here in the last half hour, Post 2 hit a 2-run homer in the last 30 minutes down at Starion Bank Field. And a balk is called, and Jack Wold will go to second. One, two to Thompson. And that one's low and out. Ball two. Or ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Interesting. Okay, no, that's right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So that last pitch was a ball out of 1-2. So now it's 2-2. And now it's 3-2. And now a runner will reach via a walk. I'll bring up Jack Packer.
First baseman number 32, Jack Packer.
Two balls, no strikes. Packer 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field last time he was at the plate. And he's going to go to right field again. And it's over the head of Parker Swanson. And coming in to score is Jack Wold. And Nick Thompson scores as well. And Jack Packer earns himself a 2-run double, as Kindred tries to crawl back into this one after a disastrous top of the third.
Second baseman number 7, Graham Glazzo.
So Kindred's on the board now. It's now 9-2 here on the Proceed scoreboard at the bottom of the third. 2 outs. Jack Packer stands on second with the 2-run double. Graham Glosso grounded out directly to first last time he was at the plate. And he takes strike 1 here. 45 minutes into the game. Ball 1. And that's a hopper to short. Fires it over. They made the pick, and it's out 3. And they strand 1 on base and end the third inning of play. 9-2 as the Vikings get 2 of those 9 back. And we head to the 4th. After 3 complete on the Red Baron line score, the Devils Lake Storm 9 and the Kindred Post 117 Vikings 2. We're back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Bar 9 in West Fargo is your stop for that pregame lunch and for the postgame celebration. With over 30 TVs, you can catch your team anytime. We have a delicious food menu including wings, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Enjoy it inside or head on outside, day or night, to relax in the comfort of our updated outdoor patio. We also have slots, blackjack, pull tabs, and all gaming proceeds earned go to support West Fargo baseball. So catch your team's game tonight at Bar 9, 1405 Prairie Parkway in West Fargo.
All right, welcome back. Top of the fourth. Swing and a miss there, and I believe that's strike two, and it is. Yep, Bo Brodina is the batter. Struck out swinging, reached on a bunt single last time he was out the plate. Here's the 0-2, and that one's low for a ball, and we'll try and filter out that individual who's close to our field mics, and we apologize for those who are unpleasantly happy with that one. There's another error on the right fielder. Or the center fielder. Almaris had that, and then he dropped it out of his glove.
First baseman number 14, Parker Rodina.
That one's foul territory. Packer makes the catch right at the fence. Nice play there by Jack Packer.
Designated hitter number 44, Simon Beach.
Simon Beach lifts that one up foul to left field. Beach 1 for 2, struck out swinging, and a single over the head of the shortstop Swenson into the gap in left center. I believe he recorded an RBI on that hit, if memory serves me correctly. 0-1. Runner goes to second. The throw is high, and no problem as Brodina gets in there basically standing. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's right back into the netting here for strike number 2. Where I got my hand on that field mic knob. If I need it, I can make an adjustment here. I'll do my best to help out those watching. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I was so tuned into the game, I didn't even realize it, even though I can hear everything you're hearing at home in my headset. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I had to ask somebody in the press box here if that was actually happening or not. Nice catch by Mason Almaris in center field. That will allow Brodina to go to third on the tag up, and that will be out number 2.
The catcher number 15,
Simon Beach will
Grayson
fly
Beck.
out deep to center, and now Bo Brodina to third. Trayson back the batter now. 1 for 2 with a ground out to short and a double to right. And a strike. One the count. That one's popped up and fouled away. It's 1-2. And over to short, and they got it in time. That'll be out number 3. We'll go to the middle of the fourth now. And it remains 9-2 in favor of the Devils Lake Storm here in the halfway through this game. They leave one stranded on base in that. And we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Bar 9 in West Fargo is your stop for that pregame lunch and for the postgame celebration. With over 30 TVs, you can catch your team anytime. We have a delicious food menu including wings, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Enjoy it inside or head on outside, day or night, to relax in the comfort of our updated outdoor patio. We also have slots, blackjack, pull tabs, and all gaming proceeds earned go to support West Fargo baseball. So catch your team's game tonight at Bar 9, 1405 Prairie Parkway in West Fargo.
West Fargo Baseball wishes the Patriots, Aces, and Vets the best of luck in this year's tournaments.
Welcome back. We move to the bottom of the fourth here as Devils Lake with a 9-2 lead. Swing and a miss, strike one. Doctor's 1 for 1. He had a single out into left field last time he was at the plate. And this one's fouled off for strike number 2. And that one's going to be pushed foul, and it will stay at the 0-2 count here. And that one's popped up. Max Palmer's going after it, and he'll be called off there by Mason Palmer, and the catch is made for out number 1. Jorgen Swenson 0 for 1. Fly out to left field into the glove of Bo Brodina last time he was at the plate. So 1 away, and the pitch is up high for a ball, 1-0. High and over the head of Jorgen Swenson as he had to duck down. 55 minutes into the ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. 1/3 of the way through the bottom of the fourth inning as that pitch is a hair high for ball 2. 2-0, and that one sending to shallow right, and first baseman Parker Brodina makes the catch.
The left fielder, number 1, Stanley Blasky.
Stanley Blasky 0 for 1, struck out last time. He struck out looking last time he was up. That one's popped up, and Trayson back looking to make the catch, and he couldn't. As the ball would escape the field of play. And a strike is called there, and it's 0-2 now here to Blasky. If Blasky can reach base, it'd be Xander Rath who would step up to the plate next year for Kindred. 0-2. Tried to frame it up, but couldn't quite make it happen. 1-2. And that one, he stretches for it, and Brodino will backpedal a few steps into shallow right field to make the catch, and that will take care of the 4th inning of play. Ben Larson, Mason Palmer, Caleb Schneider. It's batters 9, 1, and 2 due up for Devils Lake when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
We take great pride in really doing all the research and the work behind the scenes to make sure that our products just work.
We have our own staff member that helps pick the hybrids and the varieties that work in our area. It's meant for you, not for somebody 200 miles away.
We test our seed locally, we produce our seed locally, so we get to see our production fields, where they need to be, and if they work there.
Need seed? Think ProSeed. ProSeed.net, great seed at a reasonable price.
Welcome back to Haymaker Stadium here in Castleton. So we're in game 3 of 4 of day 2, and that one will be fouled off for strike 1. Earlier action today, it was the Wapton Post 20 in 10 innings, defeating the Fargo Post 400 Astrals 6-5. And then in the next game, it was the West Fargo Vets walking off the Fargo Post 2 Bombers in the bottom of the 7th by the same score of 6-5. So every game today has been won via a walk-off. Will this one be the same? It certainly doesn't look like it at the moment, but you never know. 1-2. And that one will just miss. We're at 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And that one's going to center, and Mason Almaris is there for the catch. That's out number 1. So a soft fly out to center to Mason Almaris, and Mason Palmer now the batter. He walked, reached on an error, and reached on an error. 6 of the 7 errors committed by Kindred were in the top of the 3rd. There's another fly ball to Almaris, and on 2 pitches, Almaris makes 2 catches for 2 outs.
Center fielder number 3, Caleb Schneider.
And now Caleb Schneider will try and keep it going here for Devils Lake in the top of the 5th. We've hit the 1-hour mark of the ball game now. And that one's fouled off for strike number 1. Schneider's 0 for 3 with a fly out to the second baseman, and then he'd reach on an error, and then he would fly out again to the second baseman, or a pop out, probably the better way to describe that one. Oh, 2 to Schneider. Now miss for ball 1. Once again, we're at the 1-hour mark of this ball game now here. Thompson, I have him at 82 if my count is accurate. And tap foul at the plate, and it will remain right where it's at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, no runners on. Even with 11 runs scored, this so far is the fastest game of the day. And out to right field, he cannot make the catch. And he'll go all the way to the wall, and that'll be, we'll double check. I couldn't quite see the play in right field. right, so after conferring with somebody who had a better view, it is going to be a base hit and a double for Caleb Schneider. Parker Swanson is the batter now. So that is the 7th hit of the game, not the 8th. We'll take one away. Parker Swanson 1 for 3, reached on the fielder's choice, reached on an error, and then he also singled to center field. And that one is going to be picked up there by Glasso over to first. Did they get him? No, they did not. He is safe. Be an infield hit. And puts runners on the corners for Devil's Lake. Jackson Baith now. One ball, no strike. Here to Jackson Baith. He's 0 for 3, struck out swinging, reached on an error. And then grounded out to second. And now he'll get a hit to center field, and that will score Caleb Schneider, putting runners on first and second, and it's 10-2 in favor of Devil's Lake. Jackson Baith with an RBI single to center field. Bo Brodina now will have a chance to keep this top of the 5th going here for the Devil's Lake Storm. And he'll hit this one right towards first. Jack Packer will pick it up, step on the bag. That's out number 3. They strand 2 runners on base, and we go to the middle of the 5th. There we go. And we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Hey, it's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men, and during their high school careers, some of them even played games that were broadcasted on Magnitude Sports. If you like hunting, fishing, general outdoor life, sunrise, sunset, everything hunting and fishing related, dogs, hunting dogs, they're the best. Then check out the channel and show them some love. Go to Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe to them today.
Fargo Post 400 Baseball wishes the Stars, Astros, and Comets the best of luck in this year's tournaments.
Welcome back. It'll be Xander Rath leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th for Kindred Post 117. So the Vikings find themselves down 8-9 in the top of the 3rd. One more in the top of the 5th for Devil's Lake. Have a 10-2 lead here on your Proceed scoreboard. Here's the windup from Ben Larson. And the bunt is laid down. Nice bunt, but can Beck get it up there in time? And he can. Out number 1. That'll be a 2-3 ground out. It's a ground out to the catcher if you're scoring at home. So 1 out, and Mason Almaris 0 for 2. A fly out to right field and a pop out to the shortstop right behind second base on his 2 trips to the plate so far today. Takes his first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. 1 hour and 7 minutes time of this game. Right now, this is absolutely the quickest game of the day so far. We'll see if I didn't just jinx myself there by saying that. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. There's strike 2. And that one's going to left. And the catch is made there by Bo Brodina.
Third baseman, number 5, Jack Wold.
Out number 2 as Almaris flies out for the third time on his third plate appearance, and Jack Wold walked and hit by a pitch, so he's reached base both times he stepped up to the plate in one form or another. Second time, the first time a little less painful than the second time. 1 ball, no strike. And now he'll lift this one up. And can the third baseman get there? And no, the ball would go into the dugout there as Jackson Baith tried to stretch over the guardrail in front of the dugout, but couldn't quite make the catch. Fall for a strike, and it's 1-1 as a result. Once again, Kindred coming into this contest with a 13-7 regular season conference record. And Devils Lake comes into this one with a 9-11 regular season conference record, 10-11 after the win yesterday against the Fargo Post 400 Comets. And that was absolutely the best game of day 1 and probably the second best game of the tournament up to this point, if you're asking my humble opinion on ranking the games. You might have a different opinion, and that's okay if you do. Pop out to first there. Parker Brodino will make the catch. And that is a quick bottom half of the 5th here. It's 10-2, and the Storm will take that 8-run lead into the 6th after 5 complete here on your Red Baron line score. We'll be back with more in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Gordy's Travel Plaza continues to improve products and services. Now open is the Beer Cave with wines and spirits. Pick up a fresh-made Sandy's donut along with a fresh bean-to-cup coffee or espresso. How about our tasty popcorn with warm butter on top, or cool down with the all-new Fresh Blend shakes, smoothies, frappes, frazzles, and more. Now open is Champ's Chicken, Hangar 54 Pizza, and Hot Mex Express. We are excited for you to try out the all-new items at Gordy's Travel Plaza in Castleton, serving Castleton and the surrounding communities for over 55 years.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, welcome back. Parker Brodino will lead it off here for Devils Lake. 1 hour and 10 minutes time of the game so far, and a swing and a miss on a pitch inside, and the only part of the bat that came even close to making contact, that was the handle of the bat. And that one's outside and low for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. And the 1-1. And that one will pop up high for ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ooh, I thought for a moment that was going to be strike 3, but it was not. Payoff pitch coming up here from Thompson, and he walks him. Now bring up Simon Beach. According to my numbers, that's pitch 95 for Thompson. And if those numbers are accurate, that means he has about 10 pitches remaining. Simon Beach, 1 for 3, struck out swinging, single to left, and a fly out to deep center. 1 ball, no strike now here. Trayson Beck moves into the on-deck circle. 1-0. Got it in there for a strike, 1-1. 1-1. Beach will take it to right field and push it foul. And they call him on a strikeout, and I believe that was pitch 104. So we'll see if the coach pulls him or if he keeps him on for one more batter.
The catcher, number 15, Grayson Beck.
So this is pitch 105 for Thompson. So Trayson Beck will be the final batter that Thompson sees. And pitch 1 comes in for strike 1. And a pickoff attempt at first there on Brodina falls short. So Brodina slides back in time. And Trayson Beck will get himself a hit. Somehow sneaks it into shallow center. So that was the 10th hit. And Nick Thompson is done now. He has 106 pitches, 30 balls, 76 strikes. He's allowed 10 runs on 10 hits and has left 7 runners stranded. He's responsible for Brodina on second and Beck on first should they come in and score. Before we can close the book on Thompson. And we'll have a new pitcher here. We'll take a break and we'll come back and give you all the details on any changes when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture, and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Chiropractic.
Buffalo Wild Wings isn't supposed to make a burger this good. Like, you might even forget we have wings good. So we threw in 6 boneless wings for $1 as a reminder. Buy any burger, get 6 boneless wings for $1. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Abby says she wants to marry a B-Dubs Honey Barbecue Wing. We get the sweet, tangy allure of honey barbecue sauce, but you can't marry a chicken wing. What are you going to serve at the wedding? Their family? 26 sauces and seasonings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back. It's Stanley Belaski who will take over on the mound here for Kindred after Nick Thompson reached the pitch limit. Official pitch count for Thompson, 106. He's responsible for the 2 runners left on base on first and second. For should they come in and score, they would be charged to Nick Thompson. So unless Kindred can battle back from this 10-2 deficit here, Nick Thompson will end up being the losing pitcher. Stanley Belaski will have nothing more than a no decision. Unless they can come back and win this, then he could end up being the winning pitcher. But top of the 6, 1 away. Ben Larson, the batter now. Nick Thompson moves from the mound to left field, and Belaski comes in from left field to the mound. And up to second, and he steps on the bag over to first, and runners on the corners. And out 2 is recorded.
Top of the order for the Storm, Shortstop, number 10, Mason Palmer. Number 1, Gage Dreisen, courtesy running for the pitcher. Larson at first for the Storm.
So 2 outs now, and Mason Palmer will be the batter. Parker Brodina on third. Gage Dreisen coming into courtesy run at first. 1 hour and 18 minutes, time of the game so far. And the runner will go to second. He's in safely. And now the ball sneaks into center field, and Parker Brodina comes in and scores. So Dreisen gets credit for the stolen base, and then Brodina scores on the throw. And now base hit could potentially put the 10-run rule into effect here. If they can get that 12-2 lead and Kindred fails to score in the bottom of the 6th, that would do it. And now a wild pitch will allow Dreisen to get 90 feet closer to making what I just said a possibility. .30 and a strike, 3-1. Two outs. And they'll call that strike 2. Full count and a payoff pitch coming up here for Belaski on his first batter faced. Check that second batter faced. And that one's going high, right field, and it will drop for a base hit. And scoring is Dreisen. And it will be an RBI single.
Center fielder, number 3, Caleb Schneider.
And now the 10-run rule is in effect here for Kindred. They'll need to score at least 1 in the bottom of the 6th, assuming that Devil's Lake doesn't get another run across here in the top of the 6th. Let me double check my numbers. 11-2, 07, 7-3. Yep, all the numbers on your screen are correct. 1 ball, no strike to Caleb Schneider. 1 for 4. Fly out to the second baseman, then reached on an air, then a pop out to the second baseman, and then he had a double to right field. And this one's going to right center, and Mason Almaris is there for the catch. And that will strand 1 on base and bring us to the middle of the 6th. Kindred needs 1 or the game's over. We'll see if they can get that 1 when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Boston Pizza harnessed Fanalytics to help optimize no-look dipping. Ooh, making adjustments so you can stay focused on the game. The playoffs at Boston Pizza, powered by Fanalytics.
At Boston's, we make crowd pleasers. Like this.
Yes. Woo!
And these.
So good!
And definitely this.
I love you! Woo!
Stop by or book your catering order online and we'll make you a fan.
Welcome back. Nick Thompson, the batter, and is swinging a miss there for a strike. The first pitch was a ball, so we're at 1-1 now on the count here to Nick Thompson. Nick Thompson, Jack Packer, Graham Glasso are the scheduled batters. And that one drops in for strike 2. Swing and a miss, and it's a strikeout. Another one added to the Gordy's Travel Plaza strikeout counter. As Ben Larson collects his third. Jack Packer now the batter, first baseman. Hour 23 time of the game, and that one will just miss, and it's ball 1. Packer 1 for 2, fly out to right, and a double to right. And that double accounts for the 2 runs scored by Kindred, because he got a 2-run double on that particular hit. So after a couple of errors at first base, he makes up with it for a couple of runs. He also made a nice catch in foul territory a couple innings ago as well. 2-0. And that pitch is low, and it's 3-0. The 3-0 pitch walks him on 4 pitches, and runner on first now for Kindred. Graham Glasso. So the run that they need to score is on first base now. I have a courtesy runner on first, but let's see if we can figure out who that is. Number 19, it is Jack McDonald on first. And a strike is thrown here to Graham Glasso. Larson will look over at Jack McDonald, the runner on first, and deliver the pitch. And it's they're gonna say it came out of the batter's box, so it's foul, and it's strike 2. And it likely did come out of the batter's box. And there's a big divot in the dirt to prove it. 0-2. Larson looks over at McDonald. Now he'll set and deliver. Inside, ball 1. And that one's going to left. That was coming inside, and he took an early swing, and that was way foul. And this one into center field for a base hit. McDonald will put on the brakes at second. And 2 runners on now for Kindred.
The catcher, number 21, Jeremiah Doctor.
Sometimes a game just doesn't go as you expect it would, and this is one of those games. Expected it to be a little bit closer here, but I think after that disastrous third, Kindred's just like, okay, well, let's shake this game off. And coming in to make the catch is Caleb Schneider, the center fielder, and that's out number 1. Runners stay put at first and second.
Shortstop number 22, Jordan Swenson.
So that's out number 2. I think I said out number 1. It's actually out number 2. And a hard hit ball to third, but it goes foul, and Coach Almaris will pick it up. At least I think that's Coach Almaris over there. Stanley Belosky waits on deck here if Swenson can reach base. And a hard hit ball to third on the ground, and he'll fire it over to first. Got it. Just in the nick of time. And they strand 2 on base. And they end the 6th. And that is your final score. Devils Lake, via the 10-run rule, takes it 12-2 in 6 innings of play. And that will do it. Jorgen Swenson grounds out. Time of the game, 1 hour and 28 minutes. The shortest game of the day that gave up the most runs. And our fourth and final game will feature the West Fargo Aces taking on the Castleton Haymakers. That one scheduled for 6:30. We're about 17 minutes overdue. I'd say we're on the air with that one no later than 7:15. But check in around 7, or better yet, just subscribe to the YouTube channel. You get a mobile alert as soon as I hit the button on my side. So that will do it for this broadcast. We'll get things reset for our final game and be back in about 30 minutes.
Broadcast was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.